Booyah! What's going on, guys? Sammy One World from Silver Legends here, back with another top 10 best moments of video today. And I decided I'm gonna do fun. Well, if you're top on my show, I've always loved, and I think I talked about comments on this channel before, but I figured why not do now. That is Cobra Kai, which is honestly one of my new favorite shows that's on right now, honestly. It's about to air into its first part of the final season. Now, I think all can agree that Cobra Kai was a show that kind of was a shock of how good it ended up being. I mean, it's a show that was a continuation of the Karate franchise, nothing I was asked for and everything, but 5 seasons in it, wound up being a show that continues to catch my attention, continues to have incredible moment after incredible moments, and it's just a fun show that really not only makes the original Karate Kid so much better, but it makes the 2 sequels much better as well. So really any continuation to do is make the original and other stuff and the sequels that came before much better in hindsight. Whether it be how it tried to do certain characters, how it tried to make you twist on what actually happened or this and that, it makes us some pretty interesting stuff that happens. And so I figured and it is one of my current favorite shows, so I figured with the last season coming out, I know we're getting like the first part I believe earlier this year, I think I'd do a series of videos where I go through each Cobra Kai season and talk about my favorite moments from each season, because there are so many good moments each season. I decided to make videos to every season. And I've always wanted to do some Cobra Kai content, so that's kind of a way to do so. So, yes, I'll be going through every individual season and talk about my favorite moments from each season. Starting off with season 1. Season 1 of the show ended up being just a very simple show about, Giant Daniel ended up reuniting, Giant had to reinstate Cobra Kai back in the after, reuniting Daniel. And all around you get some pretty great moments to happen. And really sets the line for what's going on in the show with these characters. And I figured that'd be fun to talk about, so these are what I think are the 10 best in season 1. Again, there are so many great moments, I'll try to choose. There won't be any more mentions for these videos, so let's get straight to it. I hope you all enjoyed these videos. I would love to know your favorite moments from season 1 down in the comment section. And of course, obviously, spoilers, obviously, I mean, you can't tell my moments right actually talking about them, so just a heads up if you guys haven't seen Cobra Kai, which I do recommend. All seasons are on Netflix. So, alright, let's talk about what I think are the 10 best moments in Cobra Kai season 1. And by the end of season 5, I'll probably either do a separate video, or basically, that's now top of my favorite overall moments. Like, hindsight, I probably could have done that, but yeah, all these are so good, I decided to do that. But anyways, enough ramble. I'm starting. Kicking off the list at number 10. We got, there's definitely a lot of ups and downs between the 10, and that is the hit and run accident that happens that caused a lot of trying to go into Daniel's studio. Basically, Samantha and his friends basically ended up hitting John's car while he was reminiscing about his past and everything. And you see John like flip the hell out after like, oh no, get a car! What the hell did you do? Get on the car! And then they just run off, and John's like, oh shit. Yeah, fun precedent that sets the events that happens later on. And now at my number 9, we get to jump the first 10 minutes of the show. That pretty much sets the tone for the rest of the show and the season as a whole. Again, just for the first 10 minutes, I was like, oh my god, I'm actually enjoying this? Because again, the show basically just tells the story from Johnny's perspective, who, let's face it, as much as we do enjoy him in the original Karate Kid, he was just a standard bully character. But in this show, we learn a lot more about his life, a lot more about who he is as a person, and makes you generally connect with him more as a character. Characters, of course, we see him trying to live life, and then meet with David Miguel, and everything that goes on. Like, it's a lot of stuff that ends up happening that really sets the tone for the show, and it does make some pretty compelling stuff. Now, at number 8, we get to see what Johnny's consequences end up coming back on. Basically, we basically see when Miguel accidentally hits Samantha, where basically he becomes Robbie, he's kind of drunk and everything, and shows that Johnny teaching maybe might not have been the best, and toward the end of Samantha kind of notices her after the hit and run accident. She gets jealous, then gets pissy, and then he ends up actually hitting Samantha, so it's like, man, I was right, Cobra Kai is terrible. Which again leads to some pretty emotional stuff that happens in season 2 and later on in the show. And the acting for those actors is incredible. Now at number 7, we get to the general last fight of the season that ends up ending the season on a good note. I got from the emotions, the karate fighting, the karate sequences in this moment are just fantastic. I mean, I definitely between this, honestly, and the whole cafeteria fight, honestly. That's probably the fight that actually ended up missing the actual list. Yeah, not that it's also a bad moment, obviously. And, you know, obviously, it's pretty hard to do these lists, honestly, but all in all, the last fight is a great fight and a great way to end the season, along with another scene we're going into in a little bit. But I never since we get to the scene basically Daniel, John correcting Daniel about his car. But in episode 4, that basically Daniel's cousin Louis ends up destroying his car and everything, and then he starts to confront Daniel about it, like in his house, like, and we see Daniel's car, it's like, psh! And talk about when he passed alive or can't let him alone, and, like, and then Daniel's like, Louis. Like, I don't have a man, but that's not my cousin. He can say that's dead. Listen to you, that kid. You're not going to see this. And then, I mean, they're basically trying to calm everything down, basically being the straight man of the show. So I was saying, how would go? Professor said. They just like, I could eat. And he gets a little fun back and forth between a lot of the characters and everything, and just a fun damn Johnny banter, and even Amanda wins something as well, and even a little fun with Samantha as well. Now at my number 5, we get to the last scene of the show where basically Johnny sees the serious figure and he's like, well done, Johnny. And then basically he feels himself to be John Kreese. John Kreese. John Kreese. Of course, he said that some of what goes on in this series with his teaching, with him coming back and everything, and oh man, I remember being like, holy shit, things are about to get real. And now, man, before we get to the iconic scene of Johnny and Danny reunite. Johnny? Johnny Lawrence. I knew it was you. I mean, how the hell? You can basically see reunite and talk about the past and everything, and you have to meet the two people, and one of them be responsible for what happened earlier with the car. And I was like, man, it's getting really hard for me. That's like, what you did here, my girl. And I was kind of like how they referenced the illegal kick thing. But basically, one big plot holes in the original kid is basically Daniel went with an illegal kick, with that crane kick, but it actually was an illegal kick. And yeah, I kind of like how they kind of referenced that. But just like, it was an illegal kick. I kind of like the thing they asked me because the wind, like, oh, hey. And then I think it's the fun banter, which also leads to Johnny wanting to start Cobra Kai again. But it's a really great scene that really spends delicious again. Like, basically everything involving Johnny and Daniel, like, expect to see any moment between them to be high up on these lists, because they are just fun, great moments. Moments in that back and forth, maybe the banter, or just even trying to work together and everything. And it's just so great to watch. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, in number 3 and my number 2, we get scenes that kind of similar towards each other. Basically, we got the Johnny and Daniel talk that happens with basically, Johnny and Daniel Johnny tries to, so Daniel ends up trying to find Johnny in another car after what happened, and they end up reminiscing about the past and everything, and what went in their lives, and actually have like some great bonding moments, which, again, like I said, those moments are always the best, honestly. And I probably got the scene later on the episode where basically Robin comes in and wants to tell, Daniel that he's Johnny's son and everything, and then find out that Johnny pushes down. What the hell's wrong with you? With my hand, Dad, back off. Dad, you're fighting my family first. And you say, Daniel, be understandably reasonably pissed at everything. It's like, what just happened? Like, he's the son of Johnny? Like, what? But what do you think Daniel was too hard on? You definitely do understand his frustrations. After that scene be number 3, and the Daniel talk would be number 2, honestly. But coming in at number 1, I knew this moment was going to be number 1 when I did this list, obviously. And it's also one of my favorite moments from the show, period. And it's basically what's meant to Johnny is like, oh. And that is basically Johnny, the scene where basically Johnny tells Miguel about his side of the story about what happened with him and Daniel. Again, also one of the biggest known thing involving the Karate Kid is that basically there's always this big figure where it's like, was Daniel the bad guy all along? Well, what he actually, like, John wasn't perfect, but was Daniel actually not a good person in general? I like how the show really implements that a lot there, but not coming out as like fan service or forced. And his perspective, it kind of makes sense actually. And basically, when Johnny finds out that Miguel is Daniel's Samantha, Daniel's Daniel's daughter, he's going to tell his side of what happened with him and Allie. And we're basically show that they did have some issues and everything, and then it just came out of nowhere and just wrecked everything. And Flossie after it's like, oh my god, he really did it out of nowhere. Like, I seen him up, but he did it. I was like, what? Why did he do that? And he was like, what an asshole. Again, those scenes are just hilarious. Where only kind of know what actually happened. It kind of tells it in a very different perspective, and that just makes Johnny a more compelling character. And it's just so funny interactions in general between him and Miguel and everything. And all in general, I knew this scene was going to be number one. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about my favorite moments from Cobra Kai Season 1. I would generally love to know. Love to know your favorite moments down below in the comment section. Season 1, again, I do plan to do ones on the other seasons of Cobra Kai, which may eventually lead to will be on a separate video or the anime Season 5 video, talking about my favorite moments in general. I think it would be a fun series with because I do love talking about Cobra Kai. It is, like I said before, it is one of my favorite shows currently right now. So, any chance I talk about the show, yeah, and definitely let me know if you want to see me do a Cobra Kai content as well. But I hope you enjoy. I am Stan One World from Stan World Productions. I will see you next time as always. Stay cool, everybody. Peace.